Say illogical again. I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say illogical one more goddamn time. Hello, I'm Adam O News, and I'm joined by Ben McNews. You happy with
Hi.
that?
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
It kind of plays to your Irish heritage, which
non-existent.
Me neither.
Absolutely none.
Have you heard the big news?
No. What?
It's the funniest news.
Okay, go
Quentin
on.
Tarantino is open to the idea of doing a Star Trek movie.
Right.
I'm going to let that wash over you for a second.
Okay.
What's your initial thoughts?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't even picture this in my head, what it would look like.
Oh, well, don't worry, because later on I'm going to help you visualise it. But we'll get to the bare facts first of all.
Okay, do it.
He was asked by TMZ.
Oh.
Would you...
The outlet for really good.
Yeah.
Solid news.
Yep.
Yeah.
Would you want to do a Star Trek film? And he said, it's worth having a meeting about. Now that, I know what you're thinking, that seems piss weak.
Run the headline.
That seems piss weak.
He wants to do it.
That seems piss weak, but as a result of this, people have dug back through Tarantino's previous quotes on the world of Star Trek.
His Taran timeline.
His Taran timeline. Oh, it's really good. Why didn't I think of that? And he is absolutely bang up for doing one. He's talked about it on like 3 separate things about how he would do a Star Trek.
I was going to say, what would provoke TMZ to even ask about that in the first place?
As far as I can find, the most recent thing is a 2015 thing he did with the Nerdist, but we'll get to that.
Okay. Cool.
Tarantino has, and I'm going to use Simon, who did the news story's exact wording for this. I thought it was quite good.
Yeah.
He previously said that his aim with bowing out after 2 more movies was to leave on a high and remain one of the greatest filmmakers of all time. His actual words were, "When I leave, I'm going to drop the mic, boom, tell everybody match that." But I think you get the idea. But apparently, as well as doing these 2 more movies, one of which is a Bonnie and Clyde thing, and one which has something to do with the Manson family,
Okay. Fun.
he would also be open to having a meeting about doing a Star Trek film, which
Right.
I think is cool.
Would it have to be a standalone? Because it would be weird if it has Chris Pine.
Well, you see, that's the thing. He's been quite critical of the reboot. He thought the first one was good.
Okay.
It felt like Star Trek, but he said of Into Darkness, didn't ring any of the bells of the first one, and it really bothered me that, and I quote, Benedict Cumberbatch was playing Khan. Did that bother you at the time?
No.
Why?
But equally, I'm not a huge Star Trek guy. I just quite enjoyed, big blockbuster film like a massive sheep boy.
That is you.
Just herd me into the cinema and feed me
So fluffy.
Feed me that popcorn and put the pictures on.
He didn't like it because he felt Chris Pine was playing William Shatner and Zachary Quinto was playing Leonard Nimoy.
Right.
And he didn't think Benedict Cumberbatch was playing Ricardo Montalban. Him, Khan.
Yeah.
But what he'd want to do apparently is he'd want to expand out one of the episodes, because he's apparently a very big fan of the way that they had like an 8-week shooting schedule for the whole series or something,
right?
And no money to do it.
Yeah.
And they still made these brilliant sci-fi stories. So he wants to take one of them and expand, give it the cinema treatment.
Okay. Just remake the whole episode, but 2 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
He wanted to do, which one was it?
Go on.
I wrote it down. He wanted to do City on the Edge of Forever as it's one of the greatest time travel stories of all time.
Do you know what it is about?
No, but he also wanted to do Yesterday's Enterprise, which is one of my favourite episodes of television, full stop.
Oh,
and I know what that's about.
What's that about?
It's a Next Generation episode.
Okay.
And they find this anomaly, as they do in Star Trek.
Yes.
And the old Enterprise comes out of it, not the one from the 60s, one that was just in the gap between the shows.
Okay.
And as soon as that comes out, everything changes and everything's a lot more military because they're at war with the Klingons. And it was like, oh, we have to help this ship.
Yeah.
Oh, we've saved it from whatever was happening. And it turns out it was fighting off these Romulans and protecting this Klingon outpost.
Okay.
But then in fact it went through this rift and the outpost got destroyed now it's in the thingy. And then they realise, because everything's changed and it's all wrong, they realise that what's happened is when it came through the rift, it didn't get destroyed defending the outpost, which started off all this ill feeling, which led to this 100 Years' War. So they have to convince the crew's lives have just been saved, that you have to go back through and die defending that outpost. And it's a really good human story, as well as being a great old sci-fi story. I loved it.
That's amazing.
Anyway, now to the fun part.
Yeah.
Here are some lines,
Okay.
which I think would be in a Quentin Tarantino
So
Star
these are
Trek
Quentin
film.
Tarantino lines.
Yes.
Okay. And you're going to put a Star Trek spin on them.
Yes, before I start, I'm just going to say that I'm not going to do the N-word in Klingon, because I don't think there is one. But if there is, it would almost certainly be in a Tarantino Star Trek film.
Oh, yeah, probably.
So we'll skip that bit.
Yes, yes.
The top one is Make It Motherfucking So.
Yeah.
Good, that.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I shot the red shirt in the face. I'm a call a couple pipe-hitting Klingons who'll go to work on home tier with a pair of pliers and a batleth.
Oh.
Good, that one.
That's a good one.
That's also from that film.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Every crew member on this ship owes me 100 Klingon scalps. And I want my... because they've got massive foreheads.
They have, yeah.
Yes. And finally, I've just got written... I didn't know what I was going to do with this. Winston Worf.
Winston Worf. Okay.
That's all I've got. You do something now.
Oh, I don't know what I can do. I'm very tired, Adam. I don't know if you can
You
tell.
did have a long week at EGX.
I did. Yeah. No, that's fantastic and so weird.
That's how you describe a Quentin Tarantino Star Trek concept.
Do you think it would actually happen? Do you think it could happen?
Well, never mind what we think. Why don't you tell us what you think in the little boxy bit underneath? What's that called?
The click hole.
The comments. The click hole's a website.
Yeah, I know, but it's also a click hole.
It is also that too. Let us know if you would want to see it, and if you do, what it would be like. I think there's some limitless possibilities for imagining here.
Yes.
Which I've done a bit of.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was working, doing other stuff. Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino might do a Star Trek film. That's awesome. Let us know what you think. Like, share, subscribe. This has been Ben O the News, Adam McNews.
We've changed names now.
Yes, it's interchangeable like that. Farewell.
Bye.
No, they're gonna boldly go away.
What?